All right, welcome back to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris and I'm here to bring you guys the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh and I'll be bringing the low rev perspective.
Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Ebonite Spartan Pearl, and I'm going to be comparing that to the Hammer Full Effect and the Storm Next Factor.
And I'll be comparing it to the Ebonite 1 Ovation and the Storm Next Factor. These comparisons will give us and you an idea of what these pieces look like going down the lane. At the end, we will give our honest, unbiased review anywhere from nuts to trash. With that being said, we are here at Mesa East Bowl on a fresh house shot, so make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys out on the lanes.
For me, I actually really liked the original Spartan, so I was kind of curious to see what this one looked like going down the lane. They started to get a little bit cliffed. This one did not help that at all. To me, my misses right, this ball was super quick, and if I missed it a fraction inside, it just wanted to go 60 feet. So there was really no blending the wet dry friction, and to me, it just like, I wasn't comfortable enough to really make the greatest shots. I was kind of fishing, kind of moving anywhere I could. I felt like I needed to move a little further right and kind of trick it and make it go forward. But still, I would still see that early friction and it'd check and go through the face. And then if I moved left and still kept it forward, it just wasn't enough to make the corner. So there was not much here that was giving me very good ball reaction. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the next factor and see how that compares. All right, to me, the next factor looked much better, especially now. I actually wanted to blend the wet dry friction a little bit more than the Spartan Pearl. To me, I felt like my misses right, even though it was still a little quick, it was more like a, I want to say tour style shape where I wanted to see it and kind of be round and actually continue through the pins, where the Spartan, it wanted to be quick and then use all of its energy. Either it saw it and used all its energy, or it just never wanted to like do anything, in my opinion. So the next factor definitely wanted to shape better than the Spartan Pearl. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the full effect and see how that compares. All right, after seeing the full effect go down the lane, this one is definitely a stronger earlier option to the Spartan Pearl. To me, it's more blendy when it gets to the friction. I definitely needed to be a little bit slower with my ball speed to make it turn the corner, but to me, it's a stronger shape overall. It's shiny enough to get down the lane, but it actually feels more blendy, and I feel like I can almost get 90 degrees of rotation. It's never really gonna like hockey stick. It's always gonna have that more archy shape. And to me, I think that looked a little bit better. All right, final thoughts on the Spartan Pearl. For me, I feel like I came into this with a little bit higher expectations of this ball. Like, I actually really liked how controllable the original Spartan was, and I thought this shape was gonna be pretty good. But for me, it just did not live up to expectations, in my opinion, and it was super niche. With how perfect I needed to be, especially here, even though they're a little clipped, I definitely expected a little bit more out of this one. For me, I'm probably gonna put this in the potato category. There's just way better options in this category, and there's just so many that would honestly be a lot better in that spot in the bag.
For me, this ball definitely wasn't my favorite rolling ball overall. I did feel like it was kind of in that smoother big ball category, but I just felt like it didn't really blend the lane as to what I was expecting it to be. I threw the original Spartan. I liked the way that one was big, and this one definitely had a strength to it, an earliness to it, but the way it saw friction, in my opinion, was just kind of awful. I felt like it really did not blend the lane, and when it did get to pocket, it wasn't continuing through the pocket. It was already kind of hook stop. I did feel like I had troubles trying to get it to hook in the correct portion of the lane, and as I moved further left, I only felt like it got worse. So it just didn't really see the shape the right way, didn't really blend the lane like every other ball was today, and it just felt like I had to work way too hard to even get a mediocre shot. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the 1 Ovation and see how it compares. For me, this ball was just a little bit cleaner than the Spartan, and for me, I felt like it just gave me a lot better of a ball motion. I definitely wasn't hitting the same spot every time, and somehow it was still striking most of the time, where with the Spartan, I felt like I couldn't even hit the same spot and still strike 2 times. So, like I said, definitely a lot better of a ball motion shape, which allows me to kind of, not have to be perfect every time. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the next factor and see how it compares. For me, this ball was definitely the cleanest of the 3. It definitely was a lot quicker to friction, and I could easily tell that because when I missed in, the other 2 balls definitely got off of it a little bit, where this one just was a little bit lazier, had to be a little bit more speed sensitive if I got it in that oil. So overall, this would definitely be, I would say, a slight ball down from the Spartan. However, just in my opinion, I feel like a ball like this just overall shapes better. If you're going into a Pearl when they're hooking, like I would prefer a ball like this when I know I can just send it to friction, where the Spartan, you definitely have to trap it a little bit more, which obviously depending on who you are, I know I'm the straighter player, but when they hook, I don't like to trap it too much, and I feel like the Spartan kind of gets you into that scary zone. Final thoughts on the Spartan Pearl. For me, this ball, just wasn't really, the icing on the cake for me. I felt like there's just other balls in this category that just perform better, in all honesty, and I just feel like, this ball is just kind of in that very mediocre range. So for today, I'm gonna give this ball a potato. I didn't feel like it just felt like it needed a lot of help, and surface I think would have helped, but I don't think it would have made the ball just magically blend the lane. Surface can help, but it doesn't really take over in my opinion, and it just felt like it just was really difficult to make it blend the right way. So for potato for today.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.